could be a morning person if my day started like that. Fill in. Everybody got a cup of coffee and a lovely treat? Well, let's get started. I am the chair of Broward Cultural Council and Executive Theater. Please join me in thanking that incredible grantee performance from Fushu Daiko. Thank you. Amazing graphics done by Mad Arts. Join me in thanking them as well. What a great way to start off today. I am honored to welcome you to our second annual. It warms my heart to see so many familiar faces, new friends, and esteemed elected officials gathered here today, leaders here today. Over the next hour, we will champion the arts and in the spirit of transparency and growth, reflect on our challenges. Together, we're on an cultivate an inclusive and sustainable arts ecosystem that enriches all of Broward County. Demonstrates the collective commitment to that vision. This morning, you're going to hear from an promise to have you out on time, right, speakers? Yes? Okay, good. Broward County address. I also want to take the opportunity to share that the National Cultural Division with one of their prestigious awards for last year's first State of the Arts address. This national recognition is a testament to the hard work and dedication the team that puts this event together does. It's also a reminder that we have big shoes to fill. Congratulating and thanking the dedicated, talented Broward Cultural Division staff. I want to also thank the members of Broward Cultural Council. Yeah, baby. Your efforts and your passion for the arts continue to ways. So we're not going to do this like graduation. You're not going to whoop for everyone. We're going to hold it till the end. I'm going to read them all. Please stand up if you are here. Vice Chair Darren Blake, Bonnie Barnett, Carol Ginsberg Fantel, Claire Garrett, County Commissioner Senator Steve Geller, John Hart, Bertha Henry, Dr. Jeff Holness, Deborah Kerr, Rosalind Kurland, Victoria Olson, Amy Ostrow, Tim Petrillo, Alice Simon, Elizabeth Jody Jeffries Tanner, Diane B. Weinbrum, Jill C. Weisberg, and Janet Young, and the crowd goes wild now. Thanks. For this coming year are going to focus on and community engagement. We look forward to sharing details with you as they develop. As a group, we commit to building community and strengthening the sector of Broward County. Over the summer, we brought together leaders from countywide arts organizations to discuss the current state of our cultural sector. We asked them four important questions. What is working well for you and your organization? What do you need that you don't currently have? How can you contribute to creating a unique arts and culture sector for Broward County? And what would you like to get from future convenings like this? In addition to a robust discussion, we heard a strong desire to remain connected and keep building a community of support. Thank you to the 46 leaders who participated in this important and productive forum for sharing your insights and emphasizing the importance of collaboration and strength gained from working together. We will continue to expand on these conversations. We will add in the perspectives of our incredible county visual, individual, and performing artists. We will round that out with ways to be involved for other members of the creative industries so that we all shine with the awesome, unique, and collective power of Broward County arts and culture. Okay, yeah, go. Come on. We got to do it together. Now it is my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce a true advocate of the arts and a champion of community. Please welcome to the stage Broward County Commissioner Michael Udine.
But I'm really here this morning as Mayor Nanrich's understudy, who wanted to be here and felt really bad that she couldn't be here, but I'm here happy to pitch in and say a few words. I know you'll hear soon from Commissioner Senator Steve Geller. I want to recognize my fellow, I guess, Commissioner/Commissioner-elect, Alexandra Davis, who will be joining us November 19th as our new county commissioner. Yeah, give her a round of applause. I want to thank the Cultural Division, to thank the Cultural Council for everything that they do for culture in Broward County. They really set the tone on making Broward County a great place to live, a great place to work, and a great place to raise a family. And most of the things that we do on the County Commission, a big component of it comes with livability and why do people want to be here in Broward County, and the Cultural Division and the cultural offerings that all of you put out is a big reason why people want to be here. I'm proud to announce today that with support of the Broward County Commission and our county administrative staff, I see Monica Sapero, our county administrator, Kim Campbell, our deputy county administrator. With all the support, we were able to provide a historical budget increase of $1.7 million for the culture. Yeah, give it up for that. A standing ovation, but she's my appointment to the Cultural Commission. I think. This increase will allow the division to fund the arts, fund cultural festivals and events that take place in our cities, communities, and neighborhoods. When we see what's going on in other governmental agencies, this is really our way to help continue to make sure that you do the great work that you do for Broward County. The arts give back immensely. Our investment in them is an investment in our residents, visitors, businesses, and in all of you. And I thank you for joining us. Again, on behalf of Mayor Nanrich, who wanted to be here but couldn't, it's my honor to welcome you to this event. Thank you.
I can't wait to see what that number is next year, huh? Woo! Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner. I am delighted to welcome another esteemed leader who has been a steadfast supporter of our cultural growth as the Broward County Commissioner who serves on the Broward Cultural Council. Please join me in welcoming Broward County Commissioner Senator Steve Geller to the stage.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me today. I have said many times that the cultural division and the cultural arts not only are good for the soul, but they also are great at help bringing business to Broward and helping tourism to Broward. And we do receive a substantial chunk of money from Visit Lauderdale, which is the county tourism center. I would like to recognize the executive director of Visit Lauderdale, former county commissioner, former state representative, my old dear friend, Stacy Ritter. Stacy, please stand. I've had the honor of serving as the county commission representative to the Cultural Council for the last 6 or 7 years now. This has been a privilege not only to work with a group of thoughtful leaders, but to have a role in the thriving, growing arts community here in our home county. And if you're familiar with the county budget process, each year the county administrator asks the commissioners for our top budget priorities. And each of the 6 or 7 years, we normally each list 2, 3, 4 items. With some exceptions, we list 40, but mostly 2, 3, 4 items. And each year I have put funding, increased funding for the Cultural Council as one of my top priorities, and I would like to thank County Administration. Each year we have been successful in getting increases in the amount of the budget. County Administrator, thank you. As noted by my good friend, Commissioner Udine, by increasing the budget, the County Commission is focused on the equitable access to arts and cultural offerings throughout the entirety of the county. There have been complaints that we have spent too much of a portion of our money just in mostly in Fort Lauderdale and in the East. One of my responses to this is that the way to fix this is not reducing any money to the east, but also making sure that the entire county is served. And I am pleased to announce, last year I had the honor of announcing an exciting project that will change the cultural landscape, the West Broward Cultural Center. The West Broward Cultural Center and the old Young at Arts facility will be somewhat similar but larger than the Young at Arts facility on Sunrise. Actually, got the name, ArtServe, I said Young at Arts, sorry, ArtServe on Sunrise. The center will be a new multidisciplinary space with the goal to provide equitable access to all areas of the county that some of my colleagues on the commission and I have been focused on. This year, I'm proud to announce that the County Commission has approved an architect for the new center, and the design phase initially kicked off last month during a series of meetings with the architect and our arts and culture community. Through this process, we ensure that the new cultural asset is designed to meet the specific needs of Broward's Art and Culture Center. It's important that we have the right voices at the table as we're selecting the design. The state-of-the-art facility will be an incubator for creativity and innovation. It will be in Davie on State Road 84, providing a much needed cultural resources to communities west of 95. It is only a coincidence that it happens to be in my district. The space came open, and a lot of people were saying, oh, let's make offices out of that or sell it. No, it had to be retained as a community cultural facility. This space will comprise rehearsal, performance, and exhibition spaces, among others. It will feature advanced amenities designed to support creativity. You can tell I didn't write all of this. Designed to support creativity and advance artistic growth across many artistic disciplines. I've made sure there'll be a space there for board meetings, a space where the small cultural groups can keep their files, things of that nature. This is not just a local achievement, it's a regional milestone for West Broward that will help highlight Broward County as a place that invests in its arts and culture sector to move us further towards becoming a cultural destination. West Broward Cultural Center is just one example of the Commission's dedication to investing in our creative future. Again, we have been increasing the cultural budget at a higher percentage than most of our other agencies the last 5 or 6 years. In closing, and that normally gets a lot of applause when I say in closing, for that you can tell much about the soul of a county or a government by how that with a fresh perspective, because somebody else wrote it. The strength of a community's cultural landscape is a mirror reflecting its very soul, and that is important. The West Broward Cultural Center and our increased investment in the arts each and every year are shining reflections of Broward County's commitment to nurturing that soul. I look forward to this year being our most exciting year yet, and I look forward, I have just been reelected, I look forward to continuing to serve as the County Commission's representative on the Cultural Council. I go to most of your meetings, as you know. I look forward to working with all of you. Thank you.
No, but I would have. So arts for art's sake is always critically important. So is arts education. So is arts and public health. So is arts as a generator and a catalyst for community economic development and growth. No one understands that better than our next speaker. Please welcome Broward County Administrator Monica Sapero, a passionate advocate for the arts and a leader of our county. Ms. Sapero's commitment to inclusivity and support for local artists has already made a significant impact on our region, and her work helps ensure that the arts continue to thrive in Broward County. Thank you. Come on up.
Good morning, everybody. It's so exciting to see you again. Last year, I think the cultural division really blew us away with that inaugural event, and this year they just topped it already. So if I can start my morning every morning with that type of a performance, boy, look out, because I'll be on fire. But that was exciting, and it is exciting to see the continued commitment of our county commission, honestly, and the leaders in this room, and it's in everything that we set out to do. I'm not going to go down another rabbit hole, but everything from the homeless situation to affordable housing to transportation to the arts, it's all important, and all of those things take each one of us and a piece of us to make the success. We have the most amazing community. We really guys for your commitment to the arts, but to everything else that Broward County stands for and is important to us, to make sure that all of us are taken care of and that we have a vibrant community. I certainly would like to thank Mayor Rich. I know she was unable to be here this morning. I spoke with her this morning, and it was really tore her apart not to be here. So she wanted to express her well wishes and an exciting kickoff to the year again in the arts. Senator Geller, thank you for your service as well. And Commissioner Udine, there you are back there. Thank you as well. Commissioner-elect Davis, Vice Mayor of Miramar, thank you also for being here and your continued support. I know you were here at the first year, and hope to see you every year as well. And to the members of the Cultural Council, what you guys do every time you guys meet, and just through the veins of this community, it is very well known. And Senator Geller never lets us forget it either. So you got a very good representation. And Stacy, the commitment of Visit Lauderdale. I mean, we have every bit of our organization involved, even our Resilient Environment Department, our Innovation Division, our Division Director, Phil McChesney, is in the back. And so we take it from every angle. We are all in and very committed. So it's very exciting this morning to talk about where we are, because today we're really at a crossroads, where the commitment to the arts can really redefine our community's future, really for generations to come. I have my daughter is also in the arts, and so every day I'm hearing her in her room playing guitar and singing, and all I can think about is this is how it starts, and so it's really exciting to watch at such a young age and as they grow, and it's part of who they are, and it's their identity, and it's where they can go to, and it's their safe space. And so if we have more safe space for all of our kids and all of the generations to come, we are making a significant contribution to the future. And so that is what's important, and I am all in. So Janet, you're right. It's part of who I am as well, and I love it. And there's a stat that Stacy shared one time, and I always remember, and I think I mentioned it yesterday at FITSE. So Broward County is the most diverse community and county in the state of Florida. but I would venture to say that it's probably one of the most diverse in the entire country. We have over 100, yeah, it's very important. There are over 170 countries represented in Broward County and 147 different languages. So take that in for a second. That is a tremendous amount of diversity. And so when we are looking at what we can do for our community and the arts particularly, the world, it's a blank canvas. We can do anything and everything, and there's so many different cultural, traditions and art and things that we can just embrace and engage in. And so there's a lot of tremendous opportunity, and it's very exciting. And yes, we have increased funding again. And Janet, when you scared me, when you said you can't wait to see it next year, I'm going to hold on to this podium for a minute. But we have been very successful. We have been very successful in the commission embracing the request. So yes, he did have that request. Other commissioners also added that as their request. And so as a body, when they come together, that commission and embraces the budget and they give the nod, and that's, I've got at least 5 of them that say yes. That is truly a commitment of this commission to make this a priority. So thank you to the commission and thanks to the community. And certainly Phil, you and your team, I don't know where Phil is right now. He's probably, where are you, Phil? Oh, he's over to my right, stage right. So Phil, thank you for your leadership and really bringing State of the Arts. Your vision. I remember, your interviews for this role. I remember you probably remember. I was like, I just want to undo. Let's start. We've got a blank canvas. Let's do this, right? And you've really come to the table and done that. So, you've got the respect of this community, and they see you here and working hard. And my hat's off to you, Phil. Thank you. Yeah. So now they tell me that I'm supposed to introduce him, but I think I just did. So, your leadership, I did have this here because I do want to say this. Your leadership and vision have been instrumental in advancing our cultural initiatives. I said that in my own words, but here we go. And we will, and I know you will now provide a more detailed look at our achievements and where we're going in the future. So, again, just before I hand over the mic to Phil, because once I do that, he's not giving it back. So. I want to reaffirm the county's commitment to supporting and truly nurturing our strong arts and culture sector. And thank you all for your dedication in making Broward a true cultural destination. And as I always say, it is truly the best place to live, learn, work, play. Thank you.
We had to wait for the power of the microphone. Good morning. Good morning. So welcome to our 2nd annual State of the Arts Address. Now, it's really hard to follow such great speakers. 2 senators, well, that was when the mayor was going to be here, so see, I didn't. So we're all in the same boat. 1 senator and 1 commissioner, both of whom were former mayors, right? Our wonderful cultural council, and of course, our county administrator. These are both all tough acts to follow, but really I feel fortunate to be following and working with such talented, invested leaders. And although she didn't speak today, I would be remiss if I did not recognize our Deputy County Administrator, Kim Campbell. Thank you for being here. And I'd also like to thank the Broward Center for the Performing Arts for hosting us today. This venue is perfect because we get to witness one of the most exceptional cultural assets our community has firsthand as we build on the success of last year's first one. And Ty, thank you. Your staff has been a pleasure to work with as always. Now, last year being our first such event, We set the stage and the standard for future events. And as you've already heard, we are here today to celebrate our collective successes and look at some exciting things to come. So, where do we stand? Where have we been? And where are we going? And yes, Senator, I'm standing right here. First off, let there be zero doubt that the state of the arts is strong. And I want you to remember this next part. And getting stronger. Now, this should not be taken for granted because the arts in general have had a tough year in Florida. And we've been on the front lines leading a major conversation locally. Now, fortunately, we have persevered. Because during a time, particularly in our state, when the arts are increasingly politicized and funding has come under threat, we're very fortunate because the Broward County Commission continues to increase the resources through the Cultural Division for our arts and culture sector. And I hope you heard this very clearly from Commissioner Udine, from Senator Geller, from our council chair, and from the county administrator. That leadership starts from our commission, the county administration, and goes through our staff, our council, and our community. And the work you're going to learn about today, including putting on events like this, would not be possible without the dedicated staff of the Cultural Division. So I'd like to ask the division staff to stand up and be recognized. I think a lot of them are already standing in the back, so. But thank you for all you do. And of course, thank you to the many members of the Cultural Council for serving as stewards of that vision for the arts in Broward County. Along with the division team, they help make the spine of our commitment. Now, I always like to remind people that the framework for the Cultural Division was established in 1976, when the County Commission created a public art program that was among one of the first of its kind in the country. And over the next nearly 50 years, the division has expanded and evolved into the agency it is today. An agency that is focused on increasing financial investment in the arts, an agency that works to be a catalyst for community development, one that works to build capacity and learning in our arts community, and to amplify the stories of our diverse arts community. Luckily, we have history on our side, and we have the future in our sights. And despite any challenges we may face, we have the support, we have the team, and we have the partners here to continue the legacy of arts in Broward County and to make it stronger than ever. And as we gather at this year's State of the Arts, we have much to celebrate. And what I believe you will take away from today is that Broward County is uniquely positioned to be an international leader on the arts. And, all right. And be that international leader, all while maintaining our distinct local flair. Now, as mentioned previously, our arts community has faced challenges in 2024. This includes a recent state budget veto that cost our community over $3 million in arts funding. And remember that every dollar invested in the arts yields a 9-fold return. So that's a roughly $30 million hit to our local economy. Honestly, our arts community is hurting, but it's resilient. Our neighbors to the south were even faced with more challenges as they contemplated a potential 10% cut in arts funding from Miami-Dade County. But in Broward, however, things are moving in a different direction. And as Commissioner Udine announced this morning, the Broward County Board of County Commissioners increased the Cultural Division's funding, committing more than $1.5 million in reoccurring funding to the division's budget. And reoccurring means that it's not just a one-time investment. All told, this represents a 22.7% increase to the Cultural Division's budget over the previous fiscal year. And when combined with our existing budget, the total for the Cultural Division in the upcoming fiscal year stands at over $10 million, which is a nearly 50% increase in the last 5 years alone. And this number does not even include the $1.3 million in public art allocations approved as part of the capital budget. So again, I say to you, the state of our arts is strong and getting stronger. Now, before we look at what new things we have in store for the coming year, I want to take time to reflect on some highlights from the last time we met. Last year, the Cultural Division invested more than $6.7 million in grant funding to 90 arts organizations and a total of $408,000 to 84 artists of all disciplines. And just a side note, for those of you that seek grants through our organizational grants, the applications for the next cycle of funding are live on our website, broward.org/arts. Now, these artists and nonprofit organizations make up the bedrock of our cultural community, contributing each of them significantly to the local economy. The sweat and tears they sow every day yields the sweet fruit of the arts we enjoy and that make Broward the thriving community envisioned by our commission. But funding is only one piece of the puzzle. One of our main goals at the division is to build capacity in learning, which means that in addition to providing financial support, we look for ways to effectively grow our sector's capacity to be stronger, more sustainable businesses. And it often gets lost in the conversation, but our nonprofits and our artists are small businesses. And after all, as we like to say, nonprofit is a tax designation, not a business model. And in fiscal year 2024, the Cultural Division launched an all-new capacity-building grant program to support arts nonprofits in the pursuit of transformational change. This new grant program has funded strategic planning, board development, and capacity-building initiatives, and in the upcoming year, the grant program will provide multi-year grants to 2 nonprofit arts organizations to partially fund key new positions. The goal? These organizations will build the capacity to expand their work, increase their ability to be effective businesses, and sustain these positions once the grant period ends. Now, another example of how we're using our resources to build capacity in others is through our public art and design programs work with cities throughout the county. With this program, we equip municipalities with the tools and the knowledge to create their own public art programs. And our latest partnership with the City of Wilton Manors has led to the creation of the city's first public art ordinance, and we're in the final stages of completing their first ever public art master plan. And I'd like to acknowledge Commissioner Don Darminio, City of Wilton Manors Commissioner, who is instrumental in working with the city and pushing that as a priority. Now, there are a total of 16 cities in Broward County with a public art ordinance, City of Miramar being one of them. This approach ensures that arts and culture thrive not just in geographical pockets, but is bridged from sawgrass to seagrass and from north to south. Now, speaking of bridges, in the new year, we'll be unveiling a new public art lighting installation on our very own Andrews Avenue Bridge by Susan Narduli. The new artwork features dynamic lighting installation that will change colors in accordance to the time of day. And beyond its aesthetic appeal, the installation helps to improve public safety with increased visibility for pedestrians and cyclists, all while using energy-efficient LED technology. This is a world-class project that will benefit generations to come. In keeping in the theme of public art, our team completed 2 new public art installations, Lefty and Lucy by artist Joshua Wiener in Tradewinds Park, and A Journey by Marielle Plaisir, which is in the Terminal 1 connector at our Fort Lauderdale International Airport. I don't know if Christina or Selena are here from the airport. Hi, Christina. And I don't know if I saw Eric Westberg, our Assistant Director of Parks, on the list. So thank you for your partnership. We love working with our agency partners. And in addition to commissioning art through our art purchase program, we've also purchased 2 new pieces from Broward-based artists Francesco Locastro and Addison Wolf to be added to our collection. These are not actual size, just so you know. Now you're probably wondering, because I'm sure you are, how do I find out about all this great work? And you know what? I'm glad you asked the question. When I arrived at this job 5 years ago, more than 5 years ago, one of the first meetings I had was, I don't know if Andy Rogow is here, but it was with Andy Rogow of Island City Stage and Michelle Solomon. We had lunch at Top Hat Deli. And that meeting addressed the lack of arts coverage in the media. And this has been a major focus of our communications team, which this year led to the relaunch of the Broward Arts Journalism Alliance. As we call it, BAHA. Yes. BAHA, as it's known, functions as an independent news platform where writers are hired to cover events, write previews, features, and through strategic media partnerships with publications like the Sun Sentinel and other media outlets, we collaborate on content placement to elevate the profile of our arts community. And since Baja started producing content in May of this year, more than 75 articles have been published, and 50 of these feature work by our grant recipients. And all of them are available on artscalendar.com. Now, there's certainly a lot more we can celebrate, but I want to stick to our council chair's promise to have everyone out in time. And we're going to start the day as we ended it with Fushu Daiko, so just be prepared. But as we move to the next, phase, what's coming up next? What exciting things are in store for the division and our community? And what headlines can we make? Good headlines. So we're thrilled to announce a groundbreaking initiative made possible from the Commission's and Commissioner Udin's announcement about the historic budget increase for the division. And I want to recognize my colleague Stacy Ritter, President of Visit Lauderdale, for all the great work you and your team do. But there's a limit to what they can fund given that the spending of tourist development tax dollars are governed by state statute. So with this increased funding, we're launching an all-new funding program aimed at invigorating cities and neighborhoods through the sponsoring of arts and cultural festivals and special events. So today we're announcing an all-new arts and cultural festival and special event sponsorship program that seeks to bridge that gap to provide funding to our neighborhood, community, and municipal arts and cultural festivals through the use of general fund dollars. And our goal is to bring cultural opportunities to every corner of the county, ensuring equitable access to funding and fostering a resilient arts ecosystem. And this initiative will not only elevate the arts and cultural experiences, but support our local artists and small businesses by targeting funding support to festivals and events where a majority of featured artists and participating vendors are Broward-based. And there will be opportunities to access seed funding for new and emerging arts and cultural festivals and events, as well as those already established. And we believe this program will make a profound impact, creating lasting cultural legacies across Broward County. Now, I know you're wondering about specifics, deadlines, applications, and the like, so keep an eye on our website, because within the coming week, we'll be releasing information about this new program. And make sure you're signed up for our e-newsletter as well. Now, I want to take a moment and talk about the South Florida Cultural Consortium, which I think often gets overlooked. Now, back in the 1980s, Broward joined forces with Miami-Dade, Palm Beach, Martin, and Monroe counties. And through this consortium, all 5 counties put in dollars that award fellowships to artists in each county. This partnership has been foundational, and today I want to give some much-deserved visibility to this work and announce that 3 artists from Broward have each been awarded a $15,000 fellowship through the consortium to support their artistic careers. So please help me in congratulating Candy Lopez, Roscoe B. Thick, and Angelica Kleiman. And additionally, in addition to the fellowship, we'll be purchasing a piece of art from each of these artists through our art purchase program to add to our growing collection. I just love Candy's work. I just think it's so amazing. I mean, they're all great, but sorry. Sorry. Yes. Yes, we love everyone. Everything's good. Okay. Now, you may know that 2 years ago, we partnered with the Community Foundation of Broward to create the Artist Innovation Grant. Any of our Artist Innovation Grant awardees here? Yes, okay. The Artist Innovation Grant is a sizable grant award given to Broward artists to support the creation of new and innovative works of art. So today, we're excited to announce that the Community Foundation of Broward has renewed their commitment to our Artist Innovation Grant and increased their support. And this funding, which is matched dollar for dollar by the Cultural Division, will allow us to increase the Innovation Grant Award from $10,000 to $15,000 for each artist funded. And when we combine this with our existing Artist Support Grant and the Cultural Consortium Fellowship, we will be contributing nearly $1 million in direct support to artists across all disciplines over the next 2 years. We're honored to be partnering with the Community Foundation of Broward, and we look forward to our continued work together. Jennifer, Sherry, Angelica from the Community Foundation, thank you for being here, and thank you for believing in what we do and what we can do together. So thank you. Another initiative we're sharing today is that we're partnering with the renowned DeVos Institute of Arts Management to develop and implement a 5-year strategic plan for the Cultural Division. This effort will help us build consensus on the priorities and direction of the work we do and continue to position Broward County as a leader in community-driven arts initiatives. Now, over the past year, we've worked with the county, as Monica mentioned, we've worked with the Innovation Unit, which is part of the county's Resilient Environment Department. Phil McChesney, our Director of Innovation, is around here somewhere. Phil, thank you and your team. We've worked with them to create publicly available data dashboards that allow you to see what artists and organizations are receiving grants and where the funding is going geographically. And through our public art dashboard, you can even explore the county's vast public art collection, which comprises 311 pieces of art. Now, as you may be able to tell, we are fans of using data to guide us, and we live by the mantra, no data without stories, and no stories without data. So today, we are launching an all-new arts data portal focused on bringing our local art sector's information together in one place. Now, this portal leverages existing data sources that we collect through our programs and combines it with national level resources to create a one-stop shop for all your arts data needs. And this website, this webpage, is a resource for you and for our entire community to better tell our story, advocate, and increase our collective impact. And this level of accessibility allows us all to understand the full picture of our art story, and you can access this at broward.org/arts. Now, I have 2 more announcements to make. That is, if you can handle the excitement. Now, this new arts data portal is just one of the ways that we're working to increase accessibility and interactivity. And through our public art program, we have been exploring the same idea, but through augmented and virtual reality. One of the strengths of our public art collection is how vast and comprehensive it is. And one of the challenges of our public art collection is how vast and how comprehensive it is. And sure, you can look at pictures on the website, but we started to look for ways that through technology we can create an immersive and engaging gateway to discover public art in Broward County. And over the past year, working with our colleagues at IMX3, and if you haven't had a chance afterward, I encourage you to go and spend some time with Ed and Doug and Taina and the team. And with them, we have created what we call the Broward Arts Metaverse, or as we call it, BAM. And the Broward Arts Metaverse is a virtual world where from anywhere, on a web-connected device like your phone or computer, anyone can instantly be transported to key locations around the county, like our parks, the port, and the airport, to experience public art in ways that cannot be done in real life, or, as they say, IRL. I added that piece. In Broward County, we pride ourselves on being at the forefront of innovation. And now we are the first in the world, let me say that again, the first in the world to put a public art collection in the metaverse. And so, my friends, first in the world. And so, my friends, you are here as we make history in officially launching BAM. Now, you don't need to download some app because it's accessible through the web. So feel free to stop by again and see Ed and Taina and Doug, explore the metaverse, and then go to bam.imx3.art, create your free profile. Because what we have and what we just showed you is just a taste, because over the next year, we'll be adding 30 more pieces of art into the metaverse collection. So start dressing your avatar, and maybe the next time we see each other, we'll be in the metaverse. So our final news, as we wrap, continues with the theme of innovation in art and technology, and features what has become one of our most exciting signature annual events, and that is Ignite Broward. And this is one of my favorite events, and every year, and based on the tens of thousands that have turned out, it's clear that the community agrees. And with that, I would like to introduce you all to Ignite Broward 2025. So that's right, folks. Ignite Broward returns in 2025 with all new dates, an all new location, and for 10 nights. That's right, 10 nights. Ignite now takes place in February from Valentine's Day to the 23rd, expanding the downtown Fort Lauderdale footprint from Esplanade Park all the way down to the railroad tracks. We continue our installations at Mad Arts in Dania Beach, and in recognition of their centennial, we're thrilled to be adding a third Ignite location in the city of Hollywood. That makes the fourth year of our free Festival of Art and Technology the biggest yet, featuring artists from all over the world alongside those that create here in Broward. We're grateful to the partnership and support of Visit Lauderdale. Stacy, thank you. And our partnership with Mad Arts. Mark, your team is always amazing to work with. And we're thrilled that the city of Hollywood has stepped up to enable us to expand to that third location. You can find out the latest information at ignitebroward.com. Now, as we wrap, we have a remarkable year coming up and something to look forward to, because in 2026, the Cultural Division will celebrate its Golden Jubilee. That's 50 years, folks, our 50th anniversary. Think about what we've accomplished in the last year alone. And in 4 years with Ignite, multiply that by 10, and needless to say, we've come a long way. So imagine what we can do in the future given our exponential growth. We're grateful for the commitment, you all, for the work and the commitment you've invested in our region's arts and cultural development. And we're honored to be ushering us into the next 50 years. And this goes back to one of the running themes of the work and projects we presented here this morning. And that is, when we invest in collaboration and innovation, we not only work smarter, work better, but together the future knows no bounds. And this year has not always been easy, but I have to say it's been productive, it's been collaborative, it's been innovative, and it's been fun. Together, all of us in this room, from our commission to the county administrator, to our local artists, our cultural council, our nonprofit partners and business leaders, you've all helped us not just stay strong, but come out stronger than ever. Because the state of our arts is strong and getting stronger. We can do that better, right? The state of our arts is strong and getting stronger. Now, as you leave today, we have a parting gift for you. We've commissioned local artist Edison Peñafiel. I don't know if Edison is here. Edison. We've commissioned him to create the artwork for the cover of these limited edition notebooks. The artwork includes the names of some of our major initiatives discussed today and incorporates lines from Darius Daughtry's poem, Ignite, which you saw last year. And we translated those lines into Spanish and into Haitian Creole, reflecting the shared visions across our diverse community. We hope you fill these notebooks with your own creativity, and that they remind you to stay engaged with the arts, both in person and on artscalendar.com. With that, I'd like to thank you for coming and invite Fushu Daiko to come up and play us out. Thank you.
you.